All right. All right. Move my magnets around. Have an Age of Apocalypse cover I'll be working on tonight. Oh, let me fix this a little bit better. There we go. That's probably better. All right. What's up, kids? Did you do the? Yes, I did the giveaway. I remembered to do it late. Good morning from Istanbul. Good morning. How you doing? Good to see you again. Yeah, the winner was. Let me see. Was Yasmin 0523. Right. So that was the winner. So thank you guys for engaging with that, and I'm going to be doing a lot more. Videos and stuff like that we talked about the last time on Twitch, and I'm also looking to try to beef up my Twitter, so I'm going to be running some more contests between now and the next couple months, maybe a few months, so stay tuned. And if every time I run this contest for Twitter, it's for everyone that's on Twitter, so if even if you've of course if you won the contest, I'm not going to give you another prize, but hey, how you doing? But if you are involved, or if I'm thinking about even doing like an incentive type of contest, maybe, where if you invite other people and they acknowledge that you sent them over, I might put you in a separate category, maybe enter your name twice or something like that. I'm working on it. I'm trying to be clever with this kind of stuff. I'm kind of a noob, if you will, when it comes to this sort of thing. All right, so can you guys hear my fan blowing? Is it really bad? Anybody out there? No? Oh, okay. All right, so I'm going to start. This commission was requested by Mr. Anthony Click. He's from Michigan. Looking forward to giving him some great. Sounds like that's good. It's rain. Soothing. It's soothing rain. It's soothing sound. Sounds of Bob Ross, and that's what I've been called anyway. So yeah, Anthony went ahead and sent me some references. He has an Age of Apocalypse cover, and he sent me this, which is really cool. It's Wolverine and Jean Grey from Age of Apocalypse. He wants me to kind of draw them together. I had in my head, I was considering doing like a romantic embrace type of thing, but I'm not so sure about that yet. So, but this is really good. I'm glad he did this. This is really clever. And he attached it to the back of the board, so it's going to be an easy way to put it back in and enjoy many years of viewing. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and begin with a thank you to all you guys for coming out. And again, those of you who share my stuff, I really appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and start my marks with my my Prismacolor Coal Erase pencil in indigo blue. And all right, so I think I'm going to try, for the sake of this video, I think I'm going to go ahead and try an action thing. What do you charge for an illustration like this? It kind of depends. Usually for one character, we're looking at around. I'll tell you what. Why don't you email me if you have any questions? You can email me at. I'm gonna write this down for those of you who may be interested. Let's see, ELLUSTRATE at gmail.com, or you can email me at Elliot at jerkmonger.com. All right. So yeah, there we go. Email me for details on any commissions. I am going to start a commission list soon. It's just kind of, you guys are hanging out with me tonight. You're going to get a little bit of a early preview discussion on that. because I'm going to C2E2. I just discovered where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in booth P3. That's Papa 3. I just put it over my phone. Papa 3, and that's going to be pretty cool. Getting excited about Chicago. I've never been there, so this is going to be good. Ellie, will you take commissions C2E2? I will be. I'm going to take limited commissions though, so you know, I will be taking some, but I'm going to have my commission list limited for each day. So I'm not sure how many that's going to be yet. Depends on how the first day goes, and like I said, I've never been there, so I don't know how busy C2E2 can get. Can you guys see that better now with the light up above? All right. So let's get to drawing here. I sound like a bad teacher. Well, guys, let's get to drawing. All right, we're gonna do that. That's right. Jamming. I'm just putting up some boundaries here for my comic. As you can see, I use a galvanized metal plate to use my magnets. So yeah, me doing my thing. Yeah. Bob Ross. Make comics. Oops. That was an earthquake. No, it wasn't my head. All right, so this is not working out so well, I guess, in this way. So how can I approach this? I'm going to try an action sequence. You guys don't usually see me start the drawing, so this will be kind of good. Maybe I'll do the drawing first as a part of the demo, and then another video for the inking. What do you guys think about that? This is, I'm sure, where you guys can ask questions if you're aspiring artists or are looking to improve. That's not to say that I have all the answers, but if you want to ask any questions that you think may help you improve, and I can do that for you, let me know. Can you guys see those blue lines pretty good? All right. Very good. So, I'm going to go ahead and block in the form. I'm going to kind of go with a classic pose here for Wolverine, perhaps. This Wolverine's actually a pretty cool one to me. I've always thought that was a neat idea when they cut his arm off or his hand. And I remember that reveal. I don't know why it was so big deal. It was such a big deal to us. Oh my gosh, his claws came out of his stump. And everybody was like, oh, it's crazy. What a weird time for comics. Oh, Wolverine. That's cool, I guess. It's a good, effective reveal, I guess. All right, you guys still see that? So I'm just kind of doing shapes here, trying to get my, I've said this before, I've been accused of being a little stiff, and I think I have to agree with that. Some of the artists that I reference tend to be a little more on the stiff side, and it's kind of the way it goes, I guess. You tend to, whoever you really dig, you start to find how they work, and you try to adapt it. And sometimes things that you wouldn't adapt emerge in your work. But so hopefully this will be the better version of that. Do you follow your own broadcasts on a computer screen or just from the phone? I'm just working from the phone because the screen can be a little clumsy, and I'm looking down at the paper right now, or at the page or the cover. So if you're asking questions, I apologize. Be patient. If you haven't heard me answer it, and you really need to be answered, by all means, ask again. You're more than welcome. So I'm sounding really bland tonight. Like, oh, this guy sounds like he's just doing this. Course, I don't know. Okay. So here's the thing. I got this thing here from action figures, the way they kind of cramp up their abdomen, like the Marvel Legends style. Let's see. I'm gonna move this up a little bit so you guys can get a better look. Is that better? can see a little bit better. See, I don't know if I like this. I'm already upset. I'm already getting angry. Hold on. Get out my eraser bag here. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna take some of that out. Okay. This is a nice way to be gentle with your erasing. Problem is, I need a brush right away. And I happen to have one with a magnet stuck to it. Bam. There you go. Not that that's that great, just saying. All right. Here we go. So I usually start with the head. I kind of always block out my stuff. What kind of eraser is that? That was that. This, you can buy this at like a draftsman store or art supply store. It's like a bag full of erasings. It's old, so most of my erasings are kind of yellow now. And I had another name for it before, but I shan't use it because it just sounds disgusting. But this is good also for like doing your little animation torque tests. Here's the little character you see, a sack of flour, and he can walk. Anyway, when you don't have enough money for action figures, get one of those. Yep, that's where it comes from. I always liked it though. It's a pretty cool little tool. It does the work very well as far as getting off your lines and keeping it soft. I mean, I could use my kneaded eraser. Here, my buddy Felix did an aardvark. Not a bad one actually. He's pretty good at this. But I hate he messes with my stuff, man. All right, cool. All right, so I'm blocking things out. So what do I want to do? Well, the interesting thing about this Wolverine, for example, is really that he's missing that hand. Jean Grey has the awesome 1980s we are one, heartache to heartache. We Pat Benatar shoulders and hair. So apparently the Age of Apocalypse happened in 1984. So what's cool about Wolverine is really this kind of thing. I mean, you get his claw, but this is what the big reveal was. This was the shocker, and when he popped the claw out of the stump. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm probably gonna try a composition where maybe I'm making good use of that. Who, Pat Benatar's hair? Yeah. Wolverine just has crazy, I don't know, looks like I don't know what he looks like. Looks like a damn, I don't know, flower or something. But that was the thing back then. That was the crazy Wolverine look. You know, maybe I should just do like a cool standing pose. These two guys. Anthony wasn't specific what he wanted them doing, so maybe that seems lazy, right? I don't want to be lazy. It's late, but I don't want to be lazy. All right, let me destroy the artwork. Let me start again. So you guys are definitely listening to my process now. You know, you're kind of getting an insight as to how I approach any of my projects. A lot of it's just trying to figure things out. I should have been working on a sketch pad at first, but this will do fine. Maybe I can do a cool Wolverine's looking really awesome. But he's never, this is like a savage Wolverine character. I don't want to make him look so sophisticated. Alright. Typical Wolverine stance it is. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw Wolverine's head this angle. He's looking, his head's tilted to the left, my left, his right. But I'm going to have his front arm leading, which will showcase a stump. So there's the front of the stump, I think. Bicep and tricep here, an elbow, and so there's his shoulder. Maybe his shoulder's not so high. So this is, I'm just showing you where I'm putting some of the parts. All right. All right, so now he's lunging forward with that arm. I'm gonna have him, he's got a shorter head, see? You gotta pay attention to those sort of things. If your character is a short character and you draw his head too proportionate to a normal human, then the tendency is gonna be to draw him at the same proportions of a normal human. And in this case, Wolverine classically has been depicted as a shorty, so we're not gonna waste our time with all this Hugh Jackman nonsense. Although I love Hugh Jackman. Okay, that's already feeling stiff. Why are his shoulders so high up in the air? It can also be stiff there in the neck. I don't like that either. It's like he's trying to hold an egg between his chin and chest. I think what I gotta do is come back from here. This is gonna help me here. So I'm gonna kind of build out. Yeah, that's much better. I can feel it. He's stretching a little more in this image. Alright, now I gotta keep in mind I'm gonna include Jean Grey in the same image. So, let's see. I'm actually gonna enjoy drawing. Good luck. Why am I in trouble, or is this headed for the death penalty or something? I don't understand. So I have him here. Alright, so he's got the whiskers from hell. I'm assuming that the customer wants this look on him. So that way I get most of that stuff in there. You're gonna hear me cough a lot because I'm having some tickle in my throat. Excuse me. So yeah. Alright. So his arm is back here. You can't see it anymore because it's behind him. Alright, so now I think I'm gonna have Jean come up under here. She's gonna be all like, oh, I got powers. Oh, this is my powers. So have you guys heard my rant on why I get frustrated with the X-Men? Why do these people complain? Jean Grey's got all this hotness going on, and yet, she's all whiny because people don't like her because she's a mutant. Come on. She's like 7 feet tall, all legs, big boobs, red hair. She walks around on her tippy toes. Come on. Get out of here. You're clearly confident in yourself. Alright, so I'm kind of just blocking in where I think she's going to go. Can you guys see that okay? No, how about why the Deadpool movie was weak? I haven't seen the Deadpool movie. I hate young Jean Grey. Man, I hate all the young X-Men. I used to be a big X-Men fan. And it's weird to say that I used to be because I still enjoy the characters to some degree. But I just don't care enough anymore to follow what they're... Like, I don't know who's dead and who's alive. I think Professor X is dead. I think. We are young. Heartache to heartache we stand. There's Jean with her awesome hands of justice. I think she's going to be coming out this way with those. Is he a leader? Is he leading? What's he doing these days? What's he about? Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead, right? Wait, no, he can't be leader. He's dead. Cyclops is way underrated. X is still dead, and thanks for getting that song stuck. That's what I do here. This is the wacky and zany show. Where's that from? Da 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 da. How about that song? Want that in your head? Well, guess what? It's there. Man, this is a terrible costume on her. Who thought this was cool? I don't know. Maybe we did. It's our fault. Hey, how are you doing, Mr. Rice? Yay! Hands clapping, yay! So I'm gonna kind of do a thing here. The itchy and scratchy, itchy and scratchy. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm gonna kind of just lift up her fist here, so that way she's making a cool. She's got, finesse. She's trying to create some cool energy here, or whatever. The good thing about her hair being short is I don't have to worry too much about how big her hair typically was this time. Who's my favorite X-Men? That changed over the years. I used to, Wolverine always wets my whistle. But I also like Nightcrawler a lot. Colossus used to be my favorite. He used to be the one that I used to claim was my favorite, and I think he still kind of is. I don't understand him enough anymore. He's another one that has issues. All right, so I'm trying something here in my composition where I've got Wolverine coming this direction, Jean Grey coming this direction, creating a little bit of dynamic tension between those characters. While they are somehow connecting, they're also not quite. They're engaging the viewer from a couple of angles that are unique. They're not coming to the center, so it kind of has a little bit of that Avengers Assemble pose kind of thing, where they're kind of coming out of a point of reference versus together in line or linearly. So yes, Jean Grey had much bosoms, and this is okay. So if you are concerned about the sexualization or the over-sexualization of some of these characters, how do we get away with this? When did we think this was okay? And why are women only concerned now? I don't understand. This has been terrible all along. Gosh, she can't even fight crime. She can't fight crime in this thing. She's got spandex, and come on. I don't know. If it's that tight that you can see her rib cage, come on. I'm just ranting for the sake of ranting tonight. I don't know. Have a little bit of a little Henri tonight. Okay, so she's humming, coming at you. All right, so that's happening there. I think I'm going to try to get her shoes going here, or her feet. Anyway, the itchy and scratchy show. About foreshortening proportion. It's about practice, right? Yeah, the short answer is yes, but the long answer is, what's the commission? It's Age of Apocalypse Wolverine and Age of Apocalypse Jean Grey, both chilling and killer dilling. I don't know. Foreshortening and proportion. It's funny you say that, because a friend of mine is pointing out some flaws in my own proportions and such. It is practice, but one of the things you want to do when you gotta be careful with practice. As you guys know, I'm a proponent of the 10,000 hours idea, but that is assuming that you're doing the right activities in those 10,000 hours. So yes, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. One of my mentors told me that, and I thought that was clever, because there you have a real standard. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm just gonna keep doing it, and therefore I've achieved it." It requires you to be disciplined, and you can only be disciplined if you know what the disciplines are. So I don't know if that helps or not. Maybe created more problems for you. I don't know. You tell me. I know. You got it. Man, I am sleepy already. I'm getting tired. Things have been moving swimmingly for me as far as the work. Reference is also a good idea. Yeah, it can be a good idea. It just depends on what you're trying to do. Debate three basic dimensional shapes for perspective. Um, it depends on what you're trying to do as far as, you know, reference. If you took a picture of a basketball player, if you want to learn, um, that is very good. That is very good. That is correct. It does not take you to your destination if it's just mileage for the sake of mileage. Um, what was I going to say? I don't remember now. Forget it. It'll come back to me. I should have done. Should have made some coffee. That's what I should have done. Oh, a basketball player, right? If you're learning anatomy, you can take a look at a basketball player photograph, or a baseball player, or a football player, an Olympian, and you'll get a lot of cool ideas about how to draw the human figure. What you won't get out of those photos, because they're not taken in the actual depth of field that you need to learn this from, you're not going to get the ideas of how to foreshorten the human figure. So what you really need to do is take life drawing classes, and then pick the spot that's not just taking a sketch of the form, but also its position and how it fits into that position, and where, that sort of stuff. So just be mindful of that. You can easily fall into those traps, and it will cause you a lot of heartache, frankly, because you're going to always wonder, well, how come I can't ever get past this spot? Well, it's because you keep practicing the wrong stuff, and that's the truth. Want to get better? Break some eggs. Go for it. Okay, so Jean Grey has her Pat Benatar hair. I'm gonna call it also Some Kind of Wonderful hair. I'm gonna call it Goonies hair. I think it qualifies. Maybe Lost Boys hair. Yeah, that's another 80s reference for you guys who like to break my code. Alright. So, yeah, like I said, I'm doing my take on this, so it may not be, whoever drew that image of her there had its limitations, I'm sure, but alright. So Wolverine's going to be nice and square jawed. When I draw him, one of the things I like to do is I like to draw his nose a little short. Mainly because I like the way that creates the difference between, like, the Hulk. The Hulk has when I draw the Hulk, he always has I like to give him a short, stocky nose that goes up to his brow, because that's where you're going to get that monster look. If he's too proportioned properly, you give him a long nose, whatever, or some longer features, it throws off the whole Hulk thing altogether. Alright. Oh, wait, I need you guys to stop making me sleepy, okay? Don't do that anymore. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk monger. I wonder if his arm is too big. Look at her arm. Maybe her arm's not big enough, huh? Let's see. So you guys see what I've done there? I've been kind of building this figure out like almost like an action figure, almost like a toy. Yeah, that'll help a little bit. This helps. Like I said, I might cut this off sooner than later. I'm not feeling very good right now. Why, thank you. I mean, unless you're just talking about how he's strong in general. In which case, I shan't take any credit for that, because I didn't determine that. I shan't. We are young. Gosh, get that song out of my head. So, of course, the reference that I have for her is got the big cleavage, But what it doesn't have is what happens to this garment on the side. Heartache, that's right. Heartache to heartache, we stand. Bow, 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 down, 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 down. Remember those days when people used to talk to the song? Love is a battlefield. All right. So this other arm for Wolverine, I'm going to go ahead and to create some interesting drama here, I'm going to kind of wind him back this way. And I don't have to work too hard. I'm going to kind of create this nice flow that I want. But what I'm going to do is I'm using the natural roundness of his arm. When you position the human figure like this, the muscles don't all just lay flat, so they create these cool shapes, and you can use those shapes to your advantage when trying to draw the anatomy, and also exciting imagery. Why do I sound so boring? You guys not bored of this? That's why I only have 10 people here. You guys are the faithful. I appreciate it. Alright, let's see. How many of you guys saw my my Wolverine drawing that I did? You guys interested in that at all? Oh yeah? Okay. Should I make that the next contest? Would you be interested in that one if I make that the contest? For Twitter? How do I send it? Yeah, that's the problem. If it's overseas, you have to pay for shipping. That's the only downside, because the shipping can get kind of expensive for the U.S., or at least in our currency. No, I'll ship it out domestically here in the U.S. But it just is difficult to send it anywhere else. I used to have a special deal at my day job, but since I'm not sure that I'll be there for long, I want to start developing new systems that will help me achieve similar goals. But when it comes to this mailing stuff, I don't get the discount that I used to get. So alright, so basically Wolverine's kind of swooping here. His body's going back this way. Okay, but this all here, I'm not sure how I'm going to treat that, because her arm is here. I don't know. Thank you very much. Yeah, I wanted to try something unique yet seems familiar. Since I'm doing like a 90s, early 2000s version of Wolverine, I'm gonna throw in some Rob Liefeld hair tufts. Okay, let me sharpen this guy. Start adding a little bit of detail to get it filled out. Is it possible to earn a living just from commissions? I don't know how to answer that question, frankly, because I don't actually do enough commissions anymore. The problem with commission work is that it hangs delicately on the marketplace. If the economy's good, people want to spend money on art, then they'll do it. When things get a little tough, people hold on to their purse strings a little tighter, and they don't spend as much. So commission business can be great, or a whole other number of factors could be part of it. Whether it's, you know, maybe it's just a bad day. Maybe it's a special event. You know, if it's Black Friday, you probably won't get a lot of commissions. If that makes any sense. So I did this little trick here with the teeth. Just kind of draw in the shape. Trying to keep that simple. It's really inspired by Dave Johnson and guys like him. You really enjoyed this, bro? Gotta go. All right, take it easy. Do it for artist block. I have a lot of art books, and I look at them, and I get ideas from them. Just get my juices flowing again. I don't know. I feel like artist block is more of like a myth almost. I think what it is, you're just distracted. You know, just need to get back and focus on whatever was important. But that, I mean, that's not. I'm not suggesting that that's what you're doing, or your issue is not real. Artist block equals noob. I don't know. I mean, I understand where it comes from. I mean, there are days that I just don't have a lot of creative energy. But it's not because I couldn't come up with an idea. It just takes a long time to ramp up the will to talk about it. Anyway, I'm not even sure what I just said, but it's like almost like I'm drunk. Hey, what's up, girl? Hey, you're almost next. I'm just taking care of a couple of commissions for people that are going to C2E2. And yesterday, yeah, my homegirl. I like art books, but not the game ones. I don't like Amy Kegs. Any other suggestions? What do I suggest? I really like. Let's see. I like in the Spectrum books. I thought John Carter was good. The John Carter book was good. Mass Effect is good. I have, let's see. The Art of Rocksteady's Batman was surprisingly good. Let's see. Alright guys, I'm going to make this a short one because I am tired and I'm not getting enough sleep lately. I appreciate you guys hanging out, as always. I'll make sure I mean, do you guys appreciate, is it good that I let you guys know that I'm going to scope in 5 minutes? Is that helpful, or does it cause you guys to run and flee? I don't know. Alright, so let's get a better look so you can kind of see what's happening there. What's going on? Oops. That was lame. There we go. So that's where I'm at right now. You got it, guys. You know, I don't know. You might be right. Might be dead, but very few people are following me right now, so that's a good indication. I mean, not, but then again, they could just be because I suck, but that's a whole other discussion. So anyway, that's it, guys. That's all for tonight. Maybe tomorrow I'll get back on it, and I appreciate it, guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Well, hold on. Somebody asked me about the books. Let's see. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, you see me now. It's late. See my eyes? They're getting all dark. How do I turn this back around? Alright, so yeah, so there I have John Carter, my Ian McKeag Star Wars stuff, That Shadowline book is awesome. Those books, Art of Warhammer Online was good. Um, Inquisition was really good. Hyrule is great. The Art of Journey, first of all, fantastic game, super good. Let's see what else I have here. Yeah, there's our Spectrum. That Capcom Mega Man book's awesome. Breath of Fire is great. I have the Darkstalkers book too. Let me see, what else do I have? I mean, that's mostly my movie stuff. Anything by J.C. Leyendecker, amazing, really good stuff. Alex Ross is pretty cool. Let's see. Mignola, The Bomb, Duncan Fregredo, it's pretty great. Let's see. Let me tell you what. Let me take you on a tour of my shelf real quick. That might be helpful. Let's see. So this is my Neil Adams floor, if you will. Evening Wear. Ivan Race is a big guy in my pocket there. I like to look at his stuff. Alan Davis, Alex Toth is great. Toth or Toth. Paul Smith, Elite X-Men stuff. John Buscema, oof, that's my man. That guy showed me everything. Whatever that is. That's all Jack Kirby, of course. This is a bunch of different guys. Who's a good one here? John Bogdanoff, Ron Friends is really good. This is not game or art books, but for me, comics books are art books. Let's see. Oh, these are pretty good. I can't see that very well now. What do you call him? J. Scott Campbell books. I have used ink wash before. I have. Let's see over here. This guy's great right here. Oh, the Korra books are good. Why is this so wiggity whack? Need time to focus or something? Can't even see that. Yeah, Black Sad. Oh. Juanjo Guarnido, something like that. CC Beck and other stuff from Shazam. I'm a big Shazam head too. Tim Sale's pretty great. He's down there. Let me see who else. Bernie Wrightson, fantastic illustrator. So I'm also a big fan of cartooning, and I'm in love with my Smurf books by Peyo. Bones in here, just some good stuff. Frank Cho is pretty good. I enjoy his work a lot. The early Mickey Mouse stuff. So I have different art books. This is my business type books or how-to books. Why is this thing not focusing right? I hate this. Alright, oh well. So you have, is it smudging? Let's see. Is it working macro? What's up with that? Why are you playing with my heart? Why are you playing? Anyway, I have, this is that's a vintage manga, by the way. This is the last volume that I bought of the ethical pricing and guidelines book from the Artists Guild. A really invaluable tool. Books on how writing for children. Which I have some children's books in me. I got some more books down there actually. Let me see. We got not gonna see them very well, but a lot of the Disney books. I got Brother Bear and The Art of Big Hero 6. Yeah, this is the stuff we talked about last time. So anyway, that's kind of it. And I can't seem to get this thing to focus anymore. It's like I broke it. Did I break my phone? Maybe that's why. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Thanks. I don't know if it's a proud something to be proud of, but so this is going to be my workspace here when I want to paint. I'm going to be doing painting soon. That's kind of where that's going to be. Yeah, right. Finally, I think maybe because it's too dark. So this right here, this is where I work here. You kind of saw that last time, and I was drawing here. So what I'm doing is I have this whole thing set up. These are all my figures, the statues and such. I had to lean it out. I had this thing full of stuff. It's just a bunch of overflow. But basically, this is where I'm going to be doing. So you can see here, I have let me see here. I have, yeah, here are my paints. Some watercolor paints. I'm going to be doing more than watercolor though, but a lot of them are my Shinhan art paints. What are they? Here's stuff from Shinhan, a Korean company. Really good stuff. Come on now. It won't focus. It's gotta be because of the light. Gotta be. I also got this set here, which you can't appreciate. Let me turn the light on. This is my laundry room. My wife will kill me. Anyway, did this help? Let's see. Nope. Doesn't help nothing. I broke the phone. Oh, there we go. So these are some watercolors. This is actually a hybrid of watercolor and gouache. There you go. Shinhan. Good stuff. They also provided me some cool markers. So this is my drawer of junk. More art supplies. More art supplies. And here's pads of paper. Those are my other markers. Yeah, there you go. You guys keep seeing the same stuff, but I just want to show you guys that jammin' bat thing from Arkham. Batarang. Yeah, you need paper, man. You're gonna draw, you need paper. Or whatever. You can use toilet paper, I guess, if you want. So this is my office. Kind of got a good look at it, I guess. That's Superman. My Flash figure, which one? You mean New Frontier? What? Darwin Cook sculpt? What? Tips on learning watercolor. That unfortunately is just taking the time to learn. You gotta experiment with paint. Paint's tricky. It's just like inking. You gotta experiment. The more you do it, you kind of get a hand or a feel for stuff. It sounds very nebulous, but that's really the point. There really isn't any way to describe it. This is my pizza cushion. Nice and toasty. Anyway, guys, I'm super dog tired, man. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging with me for a while. I appreciate it. I'm going to turn off my stuff. And bid you guys a fond adieu. Y'all be good now, you hear?